Immersive Alpine and Tyrolean gems. Salzburg, Berchtesgaden, Innsbruck. Immersive 9 days itinerary. Part 1. Salzburg. Day 1. Salzburg. The ultimate 14-day Alps itinerary. Salzburg, Berchtesgaden, and Innsbruck. Introduction. Picture this. 2 weeks of fairy tale castles, jagged mountain peaks, and crystal-clear glacial lakes. Today we're embarking on the ultimate alpine loop through Austria and Germany. We're starting in the musical city of Salzburg, crossing the border into the hidden valleys of Berchtesgaden, and ending in the heart of the Tyrol, Innsbruck. Pack your bags and grab your passport. We're going to the Alps. Salzburg, Austria. We've designed a high-speed, high-altitude itinerary that starts with the highest peaks and ends in the heart of the old town. Grab your passport and let's go. The Untersberg cable car. Arriving at Salzburg HBF around 10:45 a.m., head straight to the bus terminal outside and board bus 25, destination Brodig Untersbergbahn. The pro tip: buy a 24-hour Salzburg card, approximately €31 in high season. It includes the bus, the cable car, Hellbrunn, and the fortress. It pays for itself in just these first 2 stops. At the top, you'll ascend to 1,800 meters, 6,000 feet, in under 10 minutes. The view. On a clear day, you can see the Bavarian Alps on one side and the Salzkammergut Lakes on the other. Activity. Take the short 15-minute walk to the Geierek Peak for the best photos. Hellbrunn Palace and Trick Fountains. Take bus 25 back toward the city and get off at the Schloss Hellbrunn stop. The main event, the Wasserspiele, Trick Fountains. Built 400 years ago by a Prince Archbishop with a quirky sense of humor, these fountains are designed to spray unsuspecting guests. It's a 50-minute guided tour and an absolute blast. The Palace. After the fountains, use your audio guide to walk through the Yellow Palace. Don't miss the Sound of Music Pavilion, located in the park. It's where 16 going on 17 was filmed. Hohensalzburg Fortress. Hop back on bus 25 to the center. Stop, Mozartsteg. A short walk brings you to the Festumsbahn, the funicular that whisks you up to the Hohensalzburg Fortress. Must see: the Golden Chamber and the Torture Chamber Museum. Photo spot. The rear terrace offers a view of the Alps side of Salzburg that is often less crowded and incredibly dramatic. Old Town stroll and Mozart. Descend back into the UNESCO-listed Old Town. Getreidegasse. This is the world-famous shopping street. Look for Mozart's birthplace, the bright yellow house at number 9. Salzburg Cathedral, a masterpiece of Baroque architecture. The entrance is a small donation or included in some card tiers. Sweet treat. Stop at Café First to buy the original Salzburger Mozartkugel. The silver and blue foil ones are the only authentic ones made by hand. Dinner. For dinner, head to Augustiner Brau Klostermullen. It's a massive traditional beer hall where you grab your own stone mug, rinse it in the fountain, and choose local food from deli-style stalls. Food recommendation: the Wiener Schnitzel or Salzburger Knockerl, a fluffy, cloud-like dessert representing the 3 mountains of Salzburg. Practical summary: 2026 estimates. Item, cost, adult, timing. Bayern ticket, €29, group of 2, 39. Valid 9 a.m., 3 a.m. Salzburg card, 24 hours, €31, high season. Includes all transport and entries. Untersberg cable car, included, regular €32, 8:30 a.m., 5:30 p.m. Hellbrunn Palace, included, regular €15, 9:30 a.m., 5:30 p.m. Mozart's birthplace, included, regular €13, 9 a.m., 5:30 p.m. Salzburg is a city that feels like a dream. Whether you're here for the mountains, the music, or the Mozart balls, it's a day you'll never forget. Day 2. Day trip to Hallstatt and Wolfgangsee. Introduction and getting started. Today we are tackling two of Austria's most famous sites in a single day. The fairy tale village of Hallstatt and the mountain heights of Lake Wolfgang. It's a tight schedule, but with this hourly plan, you won't miss a beat. First, let's talk logistics. The transportation choice. Option A, public transport, budget-friendly. Total cost approximately 35 to 45 euros. You'll use the 150 bus and local trains. It requires strict timing. Option B, car hire, maximum flexibility. Car rentals in Salzburg start at 80 euros per day. Driving time to Hallstatt is 75 minutes versus 2.5 hours by bus train. Highly recommended for this specific dual itinerary to save 3 hours of transit. Morning, the Hallstatt experience, half day. 7:30 a.m. departure. Take the 7:45 a.m. bus, 150, to Bad Ischl. Then the train to Hallstatt station. And finally the ferry across the lake. By car, leave Salzburg by 7:30 a.m. via the B158. Park at P2 parking by 8:45 a.m. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. sightseeing. The Skywalk. Take the funicular, Salt Mountain Railway, up to the World Heritage View platform. Cost, approximately 22 euros round trip. The Bone House, Ossuary, Michael's Chapel, to see the 1,200 hand-painted skulls. Cost, nominal 2 euros. The Photo Point. Walk to the northern end of the village, Gosalmühlstrasse, for the iconic postcard shot. Don't miss the market square for a quick pastry at Café d'Herbel. Hallstatt gets crowded by 11 a.m., which is our cue to leave for the lakes. Afternoon, St. Wolfgang and Schaffberg. 12:15 p.m., transit to St. Wolfgang. By car, 35-minute drive from Hallstatt. By public transport, take the train back to Bad Ischl. Then bus 546 to St. Wolfgang Schaffberg BF. 1:30 p.m., 4 p.m., Schaffberg Mountain. The Cogwheel Railway. Board the Schaffbergbahn, the steepest steam cog railway in Austria. It's been running since 1893. Cost, nominal 48 euros to 52 euros round trip. Note, pre-booking online is essential as it sells out daily. The summit, you have 360-degree views of 13 lakes. Grab a quick lunch at the Haus Schaffbergspitze at the top. 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Wolfgang Village. Visit the pilgrimage church with its famous Michael Pacher altar. Walk past the White Horse Inn, Weiss's Russell, the setting of the world-famous operetta. Evening St. Gilgen half day. 5 p.m., crossing the lake. Take the Wolfgangsee ferry from St. Wolfgang to St. Gilgen. It's a 40-minute scenic cruise. Cost, about 11 euros one way. 5:45 p.m., 7 p.m. St. Grogan sightseeing. Mozart connection. Visit the Mozart house, dedicated to his mother who was born here. The promenade. St. Gilgen is known for its beautiful lakeside walk and ornate, flowery balconies. Dinner. Enjoy a steckerlfish, grilled fish at a lakeside stand, or a refined meal at Hotel Post. Practical tips and wrap-up. To wrap up, here are your 2026 practical tips. 1. Combined tickets. Look for the adventure card or the combo ticket mountain and ship, approximately 78 euros, which covers the Schaffberg train and the ferry. It's a huge money saver. 2. Timings. The last bus 150 from St. Gilgen back to Salzburg is usually around 8 p.m. Don't miss it. 3. Car parking. Hallstatt parking is expensive, 16 euros a day, but saves you hours. Use it if you are a group of 3 or more. 2 lakes, 1 mountain, and 1 UNESCO village. It's a long day, but the photos will last a lifetime. Day 3. Zell am See. The ultimate Zell am See and Kaprun day trip from Salzburg. Introduction. Why Zell am See? If you're in Salzburg and craving the real Austrian Alps, there is no better day trip than Zell am See and Kaprun. In just 90 minutes, you trade Mozart City for a world of 3,000-meter peaks and crystal-clear glacial lakes. Today we're doing it all. the summit of the Schmittenhohe, the medieval charm of Kaprun, and the stunning Lake Zell. Let's get moving. Logistics, train versus car. First, how do you get there? You have two main options for 2026. Option 1, the train, the eco choice. Departure, head to Salzburg HBF. Take the 8:11 a.m. or 9:11 a.m. direct train, Rex or IC. Time, the journey takes approximately 1 hour 30 minutes. Cost, tickets start at around €14.10 if booked in advance, or roughly €31 on the day. Pro tip, if you are a group, the Bayern ticket does work for regional trains to Zell MC, even though it's in Austria. It's roughly €29 for the first person. Option 2, car hire, the flex choice. Time, it's a 75-minute drive via the A10 and B311. Cost, rentals in Salzburg average €40 to €60 per day. Note, parking in Zell MC is easiest at the Parkhaus Zentrum, near the lake. Morning, Schmittenhohe, the panoramic view. 10 a.m., arrival and ascent. Once you arrive at Zell MC station, walk 10 minutes to the City Express or take a short bus ride to the Schmittenhohe. This is the local mountain. The experience. Ride the cable car to nearly 2,000 meters. On a clear day, you can see 33,000-meter peaks. Don't miss the Elizabeth Chapel, Sissi Chapel, dedicated to Empress Sissi. It's a 2-minute walk from the top station. Cost. A round-trip cable car ticket is approximately €42 to €52. Pro tip. If you're staying overnight, your hotel gives you the Zell MC Kaprun summer card, making this free. Afternoon. The glacier. Head to Kaprun. From Zell MC station, jump on bus 660. It runs every 30 minutes and takes 20 minutes to reach Kaprun. It's only about €4 to €6. The Kitzsteinhorn Glacier. If you want snow in summer, head to the Kitzsteinhorn Valley Station. Take the 3KK connection cable car to Gipfelwelt 3000. Highlights: the National Park Gallery, a tunnel through the mountain, and the top of Salzburg viewing platform. Sigmund Thun Gorge. If you prefer water over heights, visit this dramatic gorge. Walk on wooden boardwalks over rushing glacial meltwater. Cost: €7. Kaprun Castle. A quick photo stop at this 12th century fortress is a must for history buffs. Evening, lakeside chill and return. 4:30 p.m. Back to Zell MC. Head back to the lake for your final hours. Zell MC's Old Town is incredibly walkable. Vogturm. Check out this 1,000-year-old tower. Lake stroll. Walk the Esplanade. If you have time, take a 45-minute boat cruise on the MS Schmittenhohe. Euro 17. Magic Lake Show. If you stay late, after 9 p.m. in summer, there's a free water, light, and music show on the lake. 7 p.m. departure. Catch 7:15 p.m. or 8:15 p.m. train back to Salzburg. You'll be back at your hotel by 10 p.m. Exhausted, but with a memory card full of Alpine magic. Summary table and final tips. Activity, estimated cost, train, RT, €28 to €45. Schmittenhohe lift, €52. Bus to Kaprun, €10. Sigmund Thun Gorge, €7. Total estimated budget, €110 to €130. It's a splurge day trip. But for the views from the top of Salzburg, it is worth every cent. Part 2. Berchtesgaden. The ultimate 3-day Berchtesgaden itinerary. Mountains, lakes, and legends. Introduction and the vibe. Welcome to the most beautiful corner of Germany. Tucked into a tiny peninsula of the Bavarian Alps, Berchtesgaden feels like a fairy tale come to life. Today we're diving into a 3-day immersive itinerary that covers everything from Hitler's Eagle's Nest to the mystical Magic Forest. Whether you're a history buff or a nature lover, this is the guide for you. Day 1. Fairy Tales in Bavaria. A day trip to Ramsau, Zauberwald, and Lake Hintersee. Introduction: the postcard of Germany. If you've ever seen a postcard of Bavaria, chances are it was taken here. Welcome to the mountaineering village of Ramsau. Today we're escaping the busy center of Berchtesgaden for a day of absolute tranquility. We're hiking through the magic forest, boating on an emerald lake, and seeing one of the most famous churches in the world. This is your complete guide to the Ramsau Hintersee day trip. Logistics: getting there. 2026 update. The journey is incredibly simple. The take bus 846 from the Berchtesgaden Central Station, Busbahnhof. It departs roughly every hour. The timing: for the best light at the church, aim for the 9:15 a.m. bus. The ride to Ramsau takes only about 15 minutes. The ticket: the secret. If you're staying in Berchtesgaden, your guest card, Kurkarte, gives you free travel on this bus. No card? A day ticket is approximately 12 euros, or a single ride is about 3.50 euros. Car option: it's a 10-minute drive. Park at the Neuhausenbrücke lot in Ramsau, approximately 5 to 8 euros for the day. Ramsau and the parish church. Get off at the stop Ramsau Kirche. You are standing in front of the parish church of St. Sebastian, built in 1512. The photo op: walk onto the wooden footbridge over the turquoise Ramsauer Ache stream. Frame the church with the mountains in the background. Pro tip: in the morning, the sun hits the church facade perfectly. The interior: it's free to enter. It's a place of deep silence and beautiful late Gothic architecture. The painter's path: look for the Malerweg signs. This village has been a haven for landscape painters for over 200 years. The Sauberwald Magic Forest hike. From the church, follow the yellow signs for Hintersee via Zauberwald. The route: this is an easy 2.1-kilometer hike, about 1 hour. The magic: about 3,500 years ago, a massive rockfall created this forest. Huge, moss-covered boulders are scattered everywhere, with the river rushing between them. It looks exactly like a set from Lord of the Rings. Waypoints: stop at the Marxenbrücke for a view of the gorge, and keep an eye out for the small water wheels built into the stream by local woodworkers. Lake Hintersee, lakeside bliss. You'll emerge from the forest at the shore of Hintersee. This is a dammed lake formed by that ancient landslide. Lunch: stop at Gasthof Gamsbach or Seeklaus for a lakeside lunch. Order the fresh local trout. Lakeside activity: rent a wooden rowboat or a pedal boat. Cost: approximately 15 euros to 18 euros per 30 minutes. The circular walk: if you have more energy, follow the Prinzregent Luitpoldweg. It's a flat 2.5-kilometer loop around the entire lake, about 45 to 60 minutes. Hidden gem: the Antonius Capella, a tiny chapel on the lake's edge with 17th century frescoes. Klausbach Valley: if it's still early, walk 10 minutes further to the Klausbach Valley entrance. Eagle watching: this is part of the national park. There's a specialized platform where you can often spot golden eagles. Suspension bridge: a 30-minute flat walk will take you to a stunning suspension bridge with views deeper into the mountains. The return and final tips: catch the return 846 bus from the Hintersee stop. The last bus usually leaves around 18:50, 6:50 p.m., but always check the sign at the stop. Practical summary: total hike time 2 to 3 hours, easy moderate. Total budget: free with guest card, up to 40 euros if paying for bus, boat, and lunch. Best season: mid-May to late October. Ramsau is proof that you don't need a high-speed cable car to find the best views in the Alps. Day 2. Berchtesgaden, the Eagle's Nest and world's best salt mine. Introduction: high peaks and deep mines. Welcome back. Today we are in the southern tip of Germany for a day trip of absolute superlatives. We're climbing to the Eagle's Nest, a mountain retreat with a chilling history and a 360-degree view of the Alps, and then heading 150 meters underground to the Berchtesgaden salt mine. Whether you're a history buff or an adrenaline junkie, this is the ultimate Berchtesgaden itinerary. Logistics, the Berchtesgaden travel hack. First, let's talk logistics. If you're staying in Berchtesgaden, you'll receive a guest card, Kurkarte, from your hotel. This is gold. It gives you free travel on almost all local buses. The bus? You'll be using bus 838 to Obersalzberg and bus 840 to the salt mine. Car hire. If you're driving, parking at Obersalzberg for the Eagle's Nest is about €5 to €8. But honestly, the bus system here is so efficient that a car is often more of a hassle. The Eagle's Nest Kellsteinhaus. Arrive at the Obersalzberg bus terminal by 8:30 a.m. Even with a guest card, you must buy a separate ticket for the Kellstein line. The ticket. For 2026, it's approximately $32 to €35 per adult. This includes the specialized bus ride and the elevator. The ride. You'll board a high-powered bus for a 15-minute climb on a road blasted into solid rock. It has only one hairpin turn. The elevator. From the bus platform, you walk through a 124-meter marble tunnel to a brass-lined elevator that shoots you 124 meters straight up into the house in just 42 seconds. The experience. Sightseeing. Walk the ridge behind the house for views of the Watzmann Mountain and the Königssee Lake. The history. It was a gift for Hitler's 50th birthday. Today it's a restaurant, but the original granite fireplace, a gift from Mussolini, is still there. Hiking option. If you're fit, you can hike down from the summit to Obersalzberg in about 2 hours. But most people take the bus back down to save time for the afternoon. Documentation Center Obersalzberg. Back at the bus terminal, spend 45 minutes at the Documentation Center, approx €6. It provides the essential historical context of the Nazi regime's presence in this valley. You can even explore the underground bunker systems. The Berchtesgaden salt mine. Take bus 838 back down to the main station. Then a quick 5-minute hop on bus 840 to the Salzburgweg. The gear. You'll put on traditional black miner's overalls. Great for photos. The fun. You'll ride a small train into the mountain, then zoom down 2 massive wooden slides. It's unexpectedly fast and incredibly fun. The lake. You'll cross an underground salt lake on a raft with a laser light show. It's magical. Cost. Approximately €23. Crucial tip. You must book your time slot online in advance. If you just show up, the wait can be 3 hours. Berchtesgaden Old Town Stroll. After the cool 12 degrees air of the mine, head into the town of Berchtesgaden to warm up. Waypoint the Royal Castle, a beautiful complex where the Bavarian royal family still stays occasionally. Waypoint the War Memorial, a stunning arcade with murals dedicated to the fallen soldiers of the valley. Dinner recommendation. Visit Gasthof Goldener Bear. It's cozy, traditional, and serves the best Kaspätzle cheese noodles in town. Final practical tips. To summarize your 2026 budget for the day: Eagle's Nest bus lift, €32. Documentation Center, €6. Salt mine, €23. Lunch dinner, €40. Total, €101 per person. Final tips. Wear layers. It's cold at the top of the mountain and cold deep in the mine. Also, the Eagle's Nest is only open from May to October. If you visit in winter, the salt mine is open, but the mountain is closed. Which was your favorite part, the gold elevator or the miner's slide? Let me know in the comments. Day 3. The Emerald Loop. Königssee, Obersee, and the highest peak in Berchtesgaden. Introduction. The Fjord of the Alps. Welcome to Berchtesgaden National Park. Today we're exploring what many call the Bavarian Fjord. We're heading deep into the wilderness to find the highest waterfall in Germany, and then soaring 1,800 meters above it all, on the Jennerbahn. This is a day of deep greens, high peaks, and absolute silence. Let's get to the water. Logistics, the golden ticket for 2026. Before you even step on the boat, let's talk tickets. The See Gipfel ticket. This is the best value for 2026. For approximately €54, it covers your return boat trip to Salzburg and your return journey on the Hellbrunn cable car. You save about €15 compared to buying them separately. Transportation. From Berchtesgaden HBF, take bus 841 or 842. It's a 10-minute ride. Cost. If you have the Berchtesgaden guest card, the bus is free. Otherwise, it's about €3.50 one way. Important. Aim for the 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. boat. The lines after 10 a.m. can be over an hour long. Crossing Königssee and the Echo. Königssee is famous for its silence. The boats are 100% electric. The Echo Wall. About 20 minutes in, the boat stops. The boatman plays a flugelhorn or trumpet, and you'll hear the clear echo bouncing off the Watzmann mountain wall. Waypoint, St. Bartholomew. You'll see the famous Red Onion Dome Church. We aren't stopping here yet. To beat the crowds, stay on the boat until the final stop. Salzburg. Obersee and Rothbach Waterfall. From Salzburg Pier, it's a 15-minute easy walk to Lake Obersee. The view. This is the most famous reflection in Germany. The small wooden fishing hut here is a must-photograph waypoint. The hike to Rothbach Fall. Walk around the right side of Lake Obersee. The path gets rocky and slightly steep. It's about a 45-minute hike from the Obersee hut to the base of the Rothbach waterfall. The record, at 470 meters, this is the highest waterfall in Germany. Stand at the bottom and feel the glacial mist. It's nature's air conditioning. Lunch. Stop at the Fischenkolom, open in summer for a fresh glass of milk or a simple alpine snack before heading back. The Hellbrunn ascent. Catch the boat back to the main pier, Schönau. Right next to the boat dock is the Hellbrunn. The ride. In 20 minutes, you soar from the lakeside up to 1,800 meters. The summit view. From the mountain station, take the 15-minute paved walk to the Jenner Summit Cross. You'll look straight down 1,200 meters into the emerald waters of Königssee. It is the single best viewpoint in the region. The food. Grab dinner at the Generalm restaurant. Their terrace offers the best dinner with a view in Bavaria. Practical tips and sightseeing summary. A few practical pro tips for 2026. 1. Last boat. Never miss the last boat from Salzburg, usually between 5:10 p.m. and 5:45 p.m. depending on the month. If you miss it, it's a very long, dangerous hike back. 2. Footwear. Do not do the Obersee hike in flip-flops. Wear sturdy sneakers or hiking boots. The rocks around the lake are slippery. 3. Muzzles. If you're traveling with a dog, they are welcome on the boats, but must wear a muzzle. Conclusion and call to action. From the deepest lake to the highest waterfall and the most dramatic summit, this is a day that stays with you. If you could only see one thing in Bayern, make it this Emerald Loop. Total 2026 budget. See Gipfel ticket, €54. Lunch snacks, €25. Bus, free, with guest card. Total, approximately €79. Part 3, Innsbruck. Day 1. 1 day in Innsbruck, from imperial palaces to alpine peaks. Introduction. The capital of the Alps. Welcome to Innsbruck, Austria. It is one of the only places on Earth where you can be touring a Habsburg palace in the morning and standing on a 2,300-meter mountain peak by lunch. Today, we're packing the very best of this alpine jewel into a single high-energy day trip. From imperial secrets to the top of Innsbruck, let's dive in. We start in the Hallstatt, Old Town. Everything here is walkable, but we have some heavy hitters to cover. The Golden Roof, Goldenes Dachel, Innsbruck's most famous landmark, built for Emperor Maximilian I. It's adorned with 2,657 fire-gilded copper tiles. Pro tip, look closely at the reliefs. They show the emperor with both of his wives. Museum cost €5.30, but free to view from the outside. The City Tower, Stadtturm. Right next door, Climb the 133 steps of this 15th century tower. It offers the best bird's eye view of the narrow medieval streets. Cost €4.50. The Hofburg Imperial Palace, a short 3-minute walk away. This was the seat of the Tyrolean sovereigns. Don't miss the Giant's Hall. The frescoes are breathtaking. Cost approximately €9.50. The court church Hofkirche, known as the Black Men Church. It houses the empty tomb of Maximilian I, surrounded by 28 massive bronze statues of his ancestors. Cost about €8. The Nordkette Experience. It's time to head up. You don't need a car or a bus, you just need the Nordkette cable car. The journey. Step into the Hungerbergbahn at the Congress station, designed by the legendary Zaha Hadid. It looks like a glacier melting into the city. The route. You'll take the funicular to Hungerberg, then swap to a cable car to Seegrube, and finally a second cable car to Haffelakar at 2,334 meters. Practical info. A round-trip ticket to the top of Innsbruck is approximately €44 to €56 for 2026. The hack? If you plan on doing the palace, the tower and the mountains, buy the Innsbruck card 24 hours for €53. It covers everything we've mentioned so far and pays for itself with the mountain trip alone. At the top, walk 15 minutes from the station to the summit cross. To your south is the city. To your north is the wilderness of the Karwendel Nature Park. Evening, riverside stroll and dinner. As the sun begins to dip, head back down to the city for a classic Innsbruck evening. The riverside. Walk to the Innbrücke, Inn Bridge. This is the spot for the iconic photo of the colorful houses reflecting in the river with the mountains behind them. Maria Theresienstrasse. This is the city's main pedestrian boulevard. Walk past the St. Anne's Column and look back. The view of the mountains framed by the street is one of the best in Europe. The Triumphal Arch, Triumphorte. At the end of this street, you'll find this arch. It has a bittersweet history. One side celebrates a royal wedding, while the other commemorates a royal death. Dinner. For a view, head to Lichtblick, a rooftop bar restaurant, or for traditional Tyrolean food, try Stiefskeller. Order the Tiroler Grostel, a hearty potato and meat fry-up to end your day right. Summary and practical tips. Here is your 2026 budget breakdown. Innsbruck card 24 hours, €53, covers all entry fees, plus Nordkette. Dinner, €50. Total, €103. Innsbruck is proof that you don't have to choose between a city break and an alpine adventure. Day 2. The Perfect Alpine Escape, Innsbruck to Seefeld Day Trip Guide, 2026. Introduction. Why Seefeld? Innsbruck is stunning, but sometimes you just need to escape the city bustle for the fresh, crisp air of the high plateau. Welcome to Seefeld in Tyrol. Located at 1,200 meters, it was the host of the Nordic Winter Olympics, but today, it's the ultimate destination for a leisurely, relaxing day trip. We're going to wander through a car-free village, walk around a mirror-like lake, and find the best mountain views without breaking a sweat. Let's head to the station. Logistics. The scenic Karwendel Railway. You'll be riding the Karwendel Railway, one of Austria's most spectacular scenic train routes. Head to Innsbruck Hauptbahnhof, main station. Take the S6 or the Rex train towards Garmisch-Partenkirchen or Seefeld. Trains run roughly every 30 minutes. The journey takes just 36 minutes. A one-way ticket is approximately €10. Pro tip, sit on the left side of the train when leaving Innsbruck for the best views of the Inn Valley as you climb the mountain. Arrival and the village heart. Seefeld's train station is right in the center. Step out and you are immediately in the pedestrian zone, one of the oldest in Tyrol. St. Oswald's Church, your first waypoint. This late Gothic pilgrimage church is famous for the Host Miracle of 1384. The interior is peaceful and incredibly ornate. Vibe. Take a slow stroll. The village is filled with boutique shops, traditional wood-carved houses, and cozy cafes. It's entirely car-free, so the only sound you'll hear is the church bells and the occasional horse-drawn carriage. The Wild Sea Lake Circuit. Now for the main event, a walk around the Wild Sea. This is the definition of a leisurely stroll. The path follows the signs from the village center towards Wild Sea. The circular walk is about 3 kilometers and completely flat. Time, it takes about 1 hour at a very relaxed pace. The experience: half the lake is a protected nature reserve. Keep an eye out for the friendly squirrels in the wooded sections. They often come right up to hikers. Lunch spot. Stop at Strandperle, a restaurant right on the lake's edge. Grab a table on the terrace for a view of the Reiterspitze mountain reflected in the water. Sea Kirchel and the Olympic legacy. After the lake, head to the western edge of town to see the Sea Kirchel. The landmark, this small white octagonal chapel with a red onion dome, is the symbol of Seefeld. It used to sit in the middle of a lake, now a field, making it a stunning photo spot. The walk. From Sea Kirchel, walk 10 minutes to the Olympic ski jump, Berghazel's smaller cousin, and the World Cup Hall. Even in summer, you can feel the athletic history of this place. Optional view. If you want a view without a hike, take the Rashütte funicular, just a 10-minute walk from the station. It's €26 for a round trip to the middle station, where you can sit on a giant sun deck and watch the paragliders. Afternoon tea. Departure. End your afternoon back in the village square. Café Pauli, a local favorite for homemade cakes and people watching. The return. The last trains back to Innsbruck run well into the evening, usually until 11 p.m., so there is no rush. Practical info. You can buy your return ticket at the station kiosks or via the OBB app. Summary and budget. Let's look at the 2026 budget for this day trip. Return train, €20. Lunch and coffee, €30. Total, €50 for a full day of alpine bliss. Seefeld is the place where time slows down. Day 3. Tyrolean history and crystal wonders. Breakfast at Markthal, Innsbruck. Start your morning where the locals do, the Markthal Market Hall by the river. This is the culinary heart of the city. The experience: head to the farmers market section, open until 12 p.m. to see regional produce. What to eat? Grab a fresh semmel, bread roll with Tyrolean speck, or mountain cheese from a stall. Or sit down at one of the small bistros for a Tyrolean farmer's omelette. Price: breakfast for 2 is approximately €15 to €20. Ambras Castle, Schloss Ambras. Take bus 540 or tram 3 to this hilltop palace, often called the world's oldest museum. The highlights: explore the Spanish Hall, one of the most beautiful Renaissance halls in existence, and the Chamber of Art and Wonders, filled with 16th century curiosities. Tickets: approximately €14 to €16, free with the Innsbruck card. Transportation: 10 to 15 minutes from the city center. Riverside stroll. Lunch. Return to the city center for a peaceful walk along the Inn River. The view. The row of colorful houses at Mariahilf across the water is the most iconic photo spot in Innsbruck. Lunch tip: visit Weißes Rössel or Gasthof Annik. Must-try dish: Tiroler Grostel, pan-fried potatoes, beef, and onions topped with a fried egg, or Kasprisk Knödel, cheese dumpling soup. Swarovski Crystal Worlds Wattens. Catch the dedicated Swarovski shuttle from the main station, Hauptbahnhof, for a 20-minute ride to Wattens. The experience: wander through the Chambers of Wonder, designed by world-famous artists, and walk under the crystal cloud, 800,000 hand-mounted crystals. Tickets: approximately €25. Shuttle entry is free with the Innsbruck card. Timing: the shuttle leaves every 60 to 90 minutes. Evening walk on Maria Theresienstrasse. Return to the city and walk down the Grand Maria Theresienstrasse. Waypoints: pass the St. Anne's Column and finish at the Triumphal Arch. This is the perfect time to pick up souvenirs like Swarovski jewelry or Tyrolean pine products. Gundolf Family Tyrolean Folk Show. Finish your trip with the world-famous Gundolf family. They have been performing traditional music and dance for over 50 years. Location: Alpine an der Messe, easily reached by Tram 1. The show: expect yodeling, shoe-slapping, schuhplattler, and traditional instruments like the zither and alphorn. Tickets: approximately €39, including one drink. If you want dinner included, the package is approximately €66. Dinner starts at 7 p.m. Food to try: apple strudel with vanilla sauce during the intermission. Practical Summary 2026. Item: cost per adult. Notes: Innsbruck card 24 hours, €53. Highly recommended. Covers Ambras, Swarovski shuttle entry, and public transport. Markthalle breakfast, €10 to €15, regional and all. Fresh. Tyrolean Folk Show, €39. Book online in advance. Lunch, dinner, €20 to €30. Try Tyroler Grostel or Kassenspätzle. Innsbruck is more than just mountains. It is the living history of the Habsburgs and the heartbeat of the Alps. What was your favorite moment from this trip? The views from the top or the yodeling from the Gundolfs? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Austrian travel secrets.